Today, we're going to make a tier list of every single mask that has been used by Leatherface. A few honorable mentions before we actually get into it. First, we got the cow head from the prequel film, Leatherface. Honestly, I'd probably give this one F tier because why does this have to exist? Next is the, I guess we're calling it the Lizzie mask. Honestly, I like this one. It was made by the face of Jed's, I guess, crush in the prequel film. I'd probably give it S tier because it's chilling. This is how I feel like every single mask should have been made. I really like this one. Next is the Pretty Woman mask from Texas Chainsaw 3D. I couldn't find a good photo of it, so I just took the ones from the original film. Honestly, I gotta give it B tier because that's pretty cool. And next is the last mask we see in the Texas Chainsaw 3D. We actually have the other mask that was used in this film. I don't know if this is the same mask, but I know that they used two different masks that look almost exactly identical. Honestly, I'd probably give it A tier because it's very similar to the original mask, which is automatically S tier, but it's not as good. Honorable mentions out of the way. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, editor, roll that intro. Okay, so first we're starting with the Killing Mask, which is the first mask that we ever see in the film. Since it's the original mask, we gotta automatically give it a S tier here because this is the face that we all think of when we think Leatherface. I only just recently got a chance to see the original movies, and honestly, they're probably not my favorite films ever. Then again, the 70s are known to be for their weirdness. Honestly, I think I prefer the original 70s Halloween film rather than the original 70s Texas Chainsaw Massacre. By the way, guys, if you guys are squeamish when it comes to like blood and stuff like that, you might want to skip to the time code that's on the screen. But for those of you who haven't got a chance to see the original, this is a mask that is, I'm not even joking, made out of human skin. Like, you're hearing me right. That is not just like some mask that he picked up from a Halloween store. That thing is made out of human skin. Now, why would he make a mask like that? Well, it's because of the fact that he's mute, he doesn't have emotions, so he basically adopts the character that he puts on. Now, I don't know why this one is called the Killing Mask. Maybe the person who he cut it off of was a killer at one point. I don't really know. Okay, next is the Old Lady Mask. Honestly, all old lady masks, in my opinion, get C tier because, like, they're not the best masks, but they're all right. Basically, this is the domesticated rule. This is the one that basically takes the Sawyer family abuse. Actually, now that I'm saying that out loud, I'm gonna have to give them D tier. This is because of the fact that you're this 6'7" hulking monster, and yet you're taking your family's abuse. Okay, next is the Pretty Woman mask from the original movie. Honestly, it's not that pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna give it C tier because this mask right here, it just looks weird. So basically, it is a makeup covered mask with a Sunday vest, I guess you could say, and black hair. Honestly, it's scary, I'll give it that, so I'll bump it up to B tier. But, like, that's pretty much all it is. Like, that's, like, all the mask is, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Okay, next we're moving on to my second favorite film in the franchise, with the first one being the 2003 remake, but we'll get to that later. This one is what a lot of people refer to as the Frankenstein mask. I'm gonna give it instant S tier because it gave the movie like a goofy feel to it. A lot of people refer to it as the fake Frankenstein mask because it looks like a bunch of like faces are like sewn together and stuff like that. It just looks really derpy, and I like that. Okay, next is the Part 3 mask, which a lot of people refer to as the, I think the girl's name is like Gina.
Hey, Junior! Got something special for you.
Honestly, I'm gonna put this one right here, in A tier. I like it. It's above the Pretty Woman mask, but below the Frankenstein mask. Now, one of the reasons why is because if you pay attention to the movie, the girl who this mask is made out of has a rose on their cheek. And the reason why I point that out is because when Leatherface is making the mask and stuff like that, you can see the rose on her cheek. And when he's wearing the mask, you can, you guessed it, see the rose on the cheek. Honestly, that attention to detail, you just gotta love. You just gotta love. I mean, it may not be the best film in the franchise, but I like it. Okay, next we got Next Generation. Honestly, this mask right here, E tier. Nah, never mind, F tier. This mask right here is just so friggin' boring. Like, I get that he's supposed to be this, like, emotionless, blank face, but it just goes on with the freaking K&B mask they used in Halloween H20. Okay, next is the Pretty Woman mask.
You sit the f*** down!
Honestly, severely underrated. I'm gonna give it an A tier. Now, the reason why I give it A tier is because, look at it. Alright, hear me out. If I didn't know that was Leatherface under there, I think you guys know what I'm hinting at.
What did he say?
Okay, next is the 2003 remake. Okay, so the main mask that we see in it, instant S tier. In fact, above the Frankenstein mask, but below the original, because the original is a classic. Honestly, this right here is probably my favorite mask in the entire franchise because it looks so freaking cool. Hey, I forgot to mention the fact that he wears this mask because as a kid, he was bullied because of his skin condition, which dissolved his nose and gave him a severely deformed face. However, my only gripe with that is the fact that the face looks like so pulled back on Jed's head that it gives him like this Joker smile. Honestly, it just looks like one of those masks you buy in at a store or something. But I like it. Okay, next is the Kemper mask. Honestly, this one's chilling. It's a lot like the Liz mask from the 2017 movie, but I'm gonna give it C tier because, like, it's chilling, like the fact that you can see the eyes through it. You know, like they're just staring you down. You know, stare you down as they're about to cut your head off with a chainsaw. But honestly, seeing the eyes just makes it look like one of those things where it's just you're just drawing the person's face through memory, and it just ends up looking really bad. So, C tier. Oh man, we're going into the prequel of the remake. This one has some really good ones. Okay, so this mask right here is actually not a human face. It's like a cowhide, I guess. Honestly, I like this look for him. A tier. No, never mind. S tier. Because he looks like an executioner. Like, and that's basically what Leatherface is. He's just an executioner that instead of using a guillotine or guillotine, depending on where you are, he uses a chainsaw. And next one, I think this guy's name is Eric. I could be wrong. Honestly, I'm putting that one above the Executioner look because this one's basically what Leatherface is. You know, Halloween, blank, pale, emotionless face, you know? Honestly, because of that, I might just move this down to A tier. You know what? Never mind. Okay, next is the Killing Mask from the Texas Chainsaw 3D. In the honorable mentions, I mentioned the other two masks that were used, such as the altered Pretty Woman mask and the second mask that was used. I actually don't know if this one's the first or the second. I don't really remember. But honestly, probably C tier because, I mean, it's probably one of the most disgusting looking masks there is. But Like, it's not like D, E, or F, like, level disgusting. But it's not like B, A, or S worthy. Okay, next is the muzzle thing that they used in the 2017 film. Honestly, a lot of people hated that film. I thought it was pretty good. Same with the most recent one. By the way, I forgot to mention this. The 3D, that was actually a direct sequel to the original. Same with the most recent Netflix one. The 2017 Leatherface film, however, is a prequel to that one. However, I don't really like the look of Leatherface in this one. Like, I like the idea of him getting shot in the cheek and, you know, him having to sew his face together and him wearing a mask after that. So, that's probably the only thing that saves it from F tier, so I'm going to give it E tier. Honestly, the Netflix film wasn't bad, but it was freaking confusing. Like, is it a direct sequel? Is it its own film? I legitimately don't know. Honestly, probably B tier. I mean, I like the mask. The mask looks good. I always forget the woman's name. Maybe this would be like a... Maybe it's a prequel, and this is the beginning of the old lady mask. You never know. Then again, I once did some research saying that this film isn't actually canon. In fact, I heard that the only canon films are the original, the 3D film, and the 2017 film. What on earth is this thing? Okay, the first thing that came to mind when I saw this was the grandfather from the original film. You know, the bald one. Honestly, I don't mind this look. I'll give it C tier. I mean, it's decent at least. Although I'm not so sure this one's actually from the film, so C tier, put it directly in the middle, so that way it's, I'm not being disrespectful. Alright, let's check this tier list out. We got an S tier, the original, 2003 remake, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, the remake prequel, and the remake prequel, the Executioner look. In A tier, we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 and Next Generation Pretty Woman. In B tier, we got Pretty Woman from the original and the mask that was used in the most recent film. In C, we got the Kemper mask, whatever this monstrosity is, and same goes with this one, whatever that monstrosity is. In D, we got both old lady masks. Does this one technically count as an old lady mask? Let me know in the comments. In E, we got the look from the 2017 prequel, and in F, we got the killing mask from Next Generation. So yeah, I'd say overall, definitely that one's the worst one. So yeah, let me know if you guys agree with this tier list. Let me know your rankings in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, this is Miner signing off for now. I love you guys, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.